Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today I've got this spooktacular Halloween greeting for you. Have a spooktacular Halloween, eat, drink, and be scary. It's a simple but very fun Halloween greeting. And wouldn't it be fun to send a greeting to somebody that you don't see on Halloween? Fast, easy, really cute. And this is the card that we're making for Coffee and a Card tomorrow in my Rolling Meadows home studio. So if you live in Illinois, in the Chicago area, and you're interested in joining me for Stampin' Up events, be sure to check out the calendar page at KitchenTableStamper.com/calendar. All adult crafters from the Chicago area, or anywhere for that matter, are welcome to join. Coffee and a Card is every other Wednesday from 10 to noon. All right, so this is our card. Let me show you how we make it. All right, first, Stampin' Up supplies that you need to recreate this card include the brand new Spooktacular Bash stamp set. I love this 9-piece rubber stamp set. I have been so busy and feel like I've hardly even touched this set. It is just such a creepy cool one, and I can't wait to work on this card with you. You can bundle Spooktacular Bash with the ornate frames dies. That's all these wonderful tags and shapes. We're going to use the ornate frames for this cool basic gray. I don't know, it's like a filigree behind our stitched oval. This die set will have so much use far, far beyond Halloween. So when you purchase these two pieces together with Stampin' Up, you can save 10%. All right, so besides Spooktacular Bash, which is clearly the star of the show here, we've got rectangle stitched frames, and we're going to use the second largest one to line our basic black card. And we've got the stitched shapes dies, and that's for this largest oval shape here. We're gonna emboss our card front with the new stylish Scrolls embossing folder. I love that. I've got my tailor tag here. Whenever you see dovetail ends on the cardstock, I use the tailor tag to do that. Let's see what else. How about ink for this project? Simple Memento Tuxedo Black for all of our stamping. And then we're gonna do a little bit of coloring with Stampin' Blends. I've got the Crumb Cake Combo, Old Olive Combo, Dark Real Red, Light Basic Black, and Dark Smoky Slate. Okay. Cardstock pieces. Let's take a peek in here. Got a basic black card base. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then for the inside, we've got the second largest stitched rectangle. I've already cut that little ornate frame from basic gray for you. This is one of the card kits for tomorrow's drop-in. So let me just show you that awesome die. Look at this great scroll frame. And there's kind of a longer, skinny one too. I just love this set. You get such beautiful detailed cuts. And then there's some interesting little layering label shapes that fit right inside each of these labels, so you can really make some neat designs out of this. And these right here, think about that for Christmas, you know, anything, Valentine's Day, these will be beautiful, kind of a romantic feel. All right, so we went ahead and cut that one from basic gray already for you. You need about a 2.5-inch square scrap for that. I've got that largest stitched oval, and that's cut from Whisper White. Got 2 pieces of Designer Series paper here. These are 4 inches, and this is by 1 inch, and this is by 3/4 of an inch. This is the Monster Bash Designer Series paper. I've got a scrap of Whisper White here. This was just a die cut that went wrong. We just need a little piece of Whisper White because we're gonna stamp these jars twice, and then we're gonna bump up this center one. So we need a little scrap to achieve that bump. My embellishments for this project are the brand new scalloped linen ribbon, and this is the scalloped linen ribbon in terracotta tile. And the fun part about this terracotta tile stuff is you can cut off the scallops and then have a thin little scallop terracotta ribbon. That's just gorgeous. I did that on my last project, so let me just trim that away. And you're gonna need, about 4 inches of this ribbon should do just fine. It's just a little bit shorter than your card front. And then I've got my basic jewel rhinestones. Let me just slide everything aside and let's first thing emboss our card front. I'm gonna grab the Big Shot and run this card through the machine. You're still using your Big Shot. We're going to put a cutting pad on top of the platform. We've removed the thin die adapter, and we're gonna just pop this card front right through the machine here. Get that scroll image embossed on there. I love it. Do you see that? Again, Stampin' Up! For the win. This stylish scroll is fun for Halloween. It has that haunted mansion kind of feel to it, but boy, is that gonna be gorgeous for Christmas, for Valentine's, for birthdays, any occasion. This scroll will look great. It's got a little bit of elegance. It's a whole lot of fun. All right, now let's do some stamping. Get my memento, and we're going to stamp our oval with the Have a Spooktacular Halloween greeting. Let's get that inked up really well here. We're going to stamp it at the bottom most of our oval. You want to go down as close as you can. Get that H and that N touching that stitched design around the edge of the oval. And then we're going to go in with our creepy jars and stamp those guys above. Awesome. Now we need one more creepy jar. Let's go ahead and stamp that on our scraps. And while we've got our ink pad open, let's do Eat, Drink, and Be Scary for the inside of our card. So we got that stitched rectangle, and I'm going to stamp that just right center on the inside of the card. Nice. All right. Time for some quick coloring. This is a nice one to send multiple greetings because the coloring is not intense at all. I'm going to start with my gray and black. So we've got the dark smoky slate, we've got the light basic black, and I'm going to just color the edges of my spider and leave kind of that hourglass shape in the center. Let's grab our dark real red and we're gonna make that hourglass shape. Now we'll take our light basic black and we're gonna put our shadows around the edge of our spider here. And then we can blend the black to the gray and kind of define that hourglass shape a little bit on the back. And a little bit of gray on spider's face. That's it. That's all I'm doing in that little jar. Simple, simple, simple. Again, if you wanted to make a few of these to send out, we want to keep simple coloring. We're going to go to our little frog next on the oval. We're going to color in with Old Olive. This is the light Old Olive. And then we'll do very little bit of shading on the dark Old Olive. So I'll go down the frog's butt and then heels, back of the head, that back arm, and then we'll just take the light Old Olive and bring it together. Cute and simple. And now we got a jar of bones, so let's grab our light crumb cake, and I'm just gonna swipe the light crumb cake to fill each one of these bones in, and then where one bone kind of meets another because they lay over each other, I'm going to just add the littlest bit of the dark crumb cake. There's some areas where the artist has kind of indicated shadow with a little swipe. That's a great place to add your dark crumb cake. And then just swipe in again with the light one, bringing the light and the dark together. That's it. That's our coloring for this project. Okay, sometimes these little curls need some help. This die cuts pretty clean. I don't usually have any issues, and I'm using some pretty well-worn pads in my Big Shot, and I still am getting nice clean cuts. But sometimes you got to give them a little push because they're little delicate pieces. So let's clean out that die cut, and then let's cut it in half. You're going to cut this one in half hot dog way. So you're going to cut it down the long side. Okay, then let's go ahead and use a little bit of snail adhesive, top and bottom of our stitched oval, and we're going to go ahead and mat this oval with those beautiful little scrolls. While we're snailing, let's go ahead and snail the inside of the card. Eat, drink, and be scary. That'll make it much easier to write a little message inside. Now I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut my little jar here. Just gonna cut it right out, put some dimensionals on the back. Okay, my jar's ready. Got some dimensionals on the back. Let's go ahead and just pop that up. That way it doesn't get lost or stuck to anything else. So we're gonna pop it right up over the existing image we have there. Add some great dimension. Very simple way to add some great dimension. And it shouldn't be any problem to mail this card with that one little bump. I'm going to cut dovetail ends in both pieces of designer series paper and both ends of the strip. There they are. Let's go ahead and adhere to the card. We're going to use lots of snail adhesive. We're adhering to a bumpy surface here. Of course, you can use any side of this designer series paper. That would be cute too. Let's go ahead and adhere our books, and then we'll adhere our web, and those are going to overlap just a little bit. I think my web paper might still be just a little bit long. Easy enough to give it a trim with the tailored tag punch. There we go. And now the ribbon. I'm going to just run a whole line of snail right where the two designer series papers overlap. And I'm going to tuck my ribbon right on it. Now lots more snail. Let's adhere our oval to the front. We're going to center it right to left over the designer series paper and put it about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch from the top of the card. Just burnish that down because it's going over that ribbon and over that stylish scroll. Last step, let's add a little sparkle, right? I'm going to take your pick tool here and I'm going to pick up one of these largest, medium, and then another medium gem. Make a triangle placement. The eye loves triangles. There it is. There is the Spooktacular Halloween. Okay guys, if you've got any questions about Stampin' Up, about Stampin' Up events in the Chicago area, about the new holiday catalog, if there's anything I can do to help you stay crafty, email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. And to shop 24 hours, 7 days a week, you can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching.